Do you remember coming home to the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread, the warmth of a roast turkey wafting from the kitchen, the fun of an Easter egg hunt, or perhaps the inviting scent drifting from a neighbor's barbecue on a quiet afternoon? Maybe it's recalling the excitement and laughter during family gatherings, or simply the calm reassurance of sitting together in mutual silence at day's end. These moments, simple yet profoundly significant, form the foundation of our most cherished memories and sustain us throughout life's inevitable challenges. Yet modern society has increasingly encouraged us to move away from these nurturing connections, promoting isolation under the guise of independence and strength. This shift toward extreme individualism has disconnected us from something deeply essential. When holidays come around, the absence of these bonds becomes particularly pronounced. Going home to a warm, inviting space filled with loved ones feels infinitely more comforting and life-affirming than spending these special occasions alone eating a reheated meal in solitary silence. In the shifting landscape of modern society, the word family has expanded, contracted, and shifted meanings numerous times. Historically, from the earliest recorded relationships, such as the union of Adam and Eve, families have always started from the union of individuals previously unrelated, who chose to commit to one another through mutual obligation. This commitment is not simply emotional or romantic, it inherently involves responsibility, consideration, and mutual support. Yet, as society has evolved, there has been a marked shift toward individualism, promoting the idea of independence and self-reliance above the foundational human need for meaningful connection. Consider the reality of contemporary culture. Terms such as tribe, community, and family have become buzzwords, ubiquitous yet often superficial. On social media, in popular psychology, and even corporate branding, these words are used liberally, perhaps diminishing their true depth. But underneath this surface-level trend lies a genuine yearning for belonging and genuine connection, an innate desire coded deep within our human nature. Take a closer look at society from the mid-20th century until today, and one can easily identify a steady trajectory towards extreme individualism. Psychologists, sociologists, and cultural analysts alike have highlighted this shift. The emphasis on independence and self-determination, while empowering, has paradoxically increased feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and isolation. As individualism has become an unchallenged virtue, society simultaneously grapples with declining birth rates and diminishing social cohesion. Interestingly, numerous studies support the idea that people who remain isolated or singular throughout their lifetimes suffer significant disadvantages. Research from Harvard University's long-running Grant and Gluck studies, for instance, conclusively demonstrate that strong social bonds significantly enhance lifespan, happiness, and general health. Conversely, persistent isolation correlates with reduced quality of life, higher stress, and greater vulnerability to physical and mental illness. Even with the complexities and frustrations inherent in intimate relationships or family dynamics, humans fundamentally require social interaction to thrive. This dynamic has become evident even in recent demographic shifts. Societal concern over declining birth rates highlights an underlying issue. Many people are not only single by circumstance but increasingly singular by choice. They live disconnected lives by design, deliberately minimizing interpersonal interactions to avoid potential discomfort or emotional complications. Yet the evidence consistently reveals this to be detrimental to human well-being. It's worth noting clearly that promoting familial or communal connections doesn't mean tolerating or enduring abusive, toxic, or harmful relationships. Healthy family structures or tribes, regardless of biological ties, share certain consistent qualities: mutual support, mutual consideration, mutual respect, and mutual agreement. These four mutuals are essential conditions for fostering genuinely meaningful, enriching relationships. In creating or selecting one's own tribe, these mutuals must serve as guideposts. Individuals should consciously embody and actively seek these qualities in their relationships, ensuring emotional and psychological safety, fulfillment, and mutual benefit. Trustworthy individuals naturally exhibit behaviors consistent with these four mutuals. Therefore, discernment is critical when choosing companions or communities, as investing in relationships lacking these mutual elements can lead to significant emotional distress and disappointment. Taking responsibility to embody and encourage these mutual qualities within oneself is a proactive approach to building genuine connections. If society seems to have strayed from valuing these essential relationship principles, the corrective action starts within each individual. Michael Jackson famously captured this ethos in his advice: "If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, and then make a change." In other words, true societal transformation begins internally, within each person choosing consciously to uphold and demonstrate the values they wish to see reflected in their surroundings. Ultimately, if contemporary society appears lacking in meaningful family or community bonds, the solution begins with intentional, individual actions. By consistently upholding mutual support, mutual consideration, mutual respect, and mutual agreement, individuals create the conditions necessary for genuine tribes, families, and communities to thrive. This collective recalibration toward interconnectedness can profoundly enhance personal well-being, societal cohesion, and overall human fulfillment, steering humanity away from isolation and back toward the deeply enriching connections that truly sustain and enrich life.